Armenian Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan's cabinet today approved a defense ministry proposal to allow women to serve for 6 months in the country's army on a voluntary basis. Upon completion of that half-year term, servicewomen would receive about $2,600 in compensation and the opportunity to serve for an additional 5 years as contract soldiers. Pashinyan told ministers he welcomed the proposal as, quote, opening a new page in the history of our army and country, and as, quote, a step toward having a professional army. Lawmakers must vote to approve the proposal before it can become law, but it was not immediately clear when that vote may be held. Pashinyan's Civil Contract Party holds the majority of seats in Armenia's single-chamber parliament. At present, 2-year military service is mandatory for all men in Armenia once they reach 18 years of age, but women are exempted. The country also deploys a number of contract soldiers who voluntarily choose to serve in the army, but precise figures are difficult to come by. The issue of women potentially serving in the military has long been the topic of heated debates in Armenia. In other domestic news today, Pashinyan's cabinet also approved the creation of the Academic City Fund, a new government body tasked with implementing the administration's plans to establish a major university complex in the town of Ashtarak, about a half-hour drive from Yerevan. Pashinyan unveiled a wide-ranging educational reform program last September that would see many of the country's public universities merged, consolidated, and moved to a new academic city in Ashtarak. The plan would see the number of public universities in Armenia reduced from about 24 to just 8. Education Minister Zhana Andreasyan told officials today the government expects the changes to improve the quality of higher education in Armenia and, quote, at least double the number of foreign students in the country. At the same time, the plan was met with strong concern last year at Yerevan's prestigious Brusov State University, where students have staged walkouts and protests demanding their university not be merged with other institutions. Vedant Patel, a State Department spokesperson, told reporters in Washington yesterday that, quote, ensuring a cessation of hostilities between Armenia and Azerbaijan, specifically in the Nagorno-Karabakh region, continues to be of great importance to Secretary of State Antony Blinken, adding, quote, it's something that we continue to be deeply engaged on. At the same time, Patel declined to give, quote, any specific updates on the United States' engagement in the region, saying only, quote, we'll have more to share soon. Earlier this week, Deputy Assistant Secretary Erica Olson and Senior Caucasus Advisor Louis Bono traveled to both Armenia and Azerbaijan for high-level talks with officials in both countries. In a statement, the U.S. Embassy in Baku said the diplomats, quote, underscored the importance of free and open commercial and private transit through the Lachin corridor, referring to the only overland route connecting Armenia and Nagorno-Karabakh. Self-styled Azerbaijani environmental activists have blocked the road since last December, prompting severe shortages of food, medicine, energy, and other essentials across Nagorno-Karabakh. The roadblock stretched past its 130th day this week, despite a February ruling by the International Court of Justice ordering Azerbaijan to allow transit to resume. Though the ruling is legally binding, the court has no enforcement powers. And finally, Armen Nurbekyan, deputy governor at Armenia's central bank, sat down with us this week to talk inflation, sanctions, and much more. You can find our full interview with Mr. Nurbekyan up now on our website and YouTube channel.